Welcome to the podcast, The Power of Choosing.
Today's episode is Language Matters.
Wonderful. So this got all inspired because I had made a post on social media and you had seen it and you had written to me that this is the topic that you wanted to talk about. So what inspired you to really be like, yes, let's talk about this?
So, language really matters. And it's the whole idea for our podcast, like the power of choosing. And the first thing we get to choose is the way we're talking about what's going on for us. And I went to the gym the other day. My relationship with the gym is I hate it. And that's just like what I believe. And I don't really go to the gym. So my friend was like, shall we go? And I wanted to hang out with her. So I was like, okay, we'll do it. But the whole time I was just like, oh, I'm going to the gym. Ugh, I hate it. Oh, the gym's awful, isn't it? I even walked into this gym and I felt it in my body, this ugh, what am I doing here? And
Wow.
it was real, this disgust. It's funny looking back because actually I had a really nice time and she talked me through it. We were doing squats, we were doing things and it was fun. I didn't hate it at all. And it's just this embedded, I don't like the gym, so I don't go. And actually, I want to be stronger. I want to be able to carry my kids for longer. I want to be able to go on longer bike rides, go on walks, running, whatever. So I will benefit from the gym. And my language towards the gym is just stopping that.
Well, did you notice, and I asked this honestly, but did you notice the I should go to the gym portion?
No, because I think I've done a really, so I get what you're getting at, and I've done a really good job at convincing myself that I don't need the gym because it's awful and the gyms are boring and they're for boring people, and I play squash and that's really fun.
But even starting and sharing the story about the gym, you literally said the word should. So I
Okay,
know specifically in my post, that was what I was talking about, where I've gotten so much slack throughout the years about how I harp on the word should. Like, I'm to the point where I hear the word should when I say it and I'm irritated with myself. And then I find a different way to say it. But should is such a limiting language. So it made sense to me that you hate the gym, that you feel all the feels that you feel about the gym, because I've heard in your language, you even said should. And so it's this thing that really language is important. And so should is a guilt-ridden word and it's used everywhere. It's actually at times I wish I could stop myself because I hear should everywhere. If I'm watching any kind of television, in any kind of marketing, everything is like, I should do this, I should do that. It's so common in our language that it's like people don't even know they're saying it. And that is so critical to catch, because by saying should, whether you agree with it or not, and I say that because I've had people not agree with it, but whether you agree with it or not, it is one of those things that it changes the dynamic.
Yeah, so tell us more about why you don't like the word should.
I don't like the word should because it's just guilt. There's nothing a part of the word should that's inspiring. Should is this you don't say should like I should go to the gym ever. You say I should go to the gym. So it's literally in the word itself, and the vibration is just not. So different ways I love to change it up when I catch someone saying should or catch myself saying should. Have to, it's not much better than should. So have to is I have to do this. And actually that's another word I would criticize that a lot of people say as well. Is I have to do this, I have to do that. It's also very draining on the system if you hear yourself say it. And then I need to, I can work with I need to, because I need to isn't nearly as heavy as should, and it's not as heavy as have to, but it's starting to work in the right direction. There's the words that I enjoy the most would be I want to. So like I
Mm.
want to go to the gym. Is this like you're choosing it in a way? And that also carries,
I felt a difference. Like I was
don't
thinking
you?
about the gym there, and I was like, I want to go to the gym, and it feels like okay, it's something I'm choosing. And then I start to think about the things I like about the gym rather than the things I don't.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly the case.
Yeah.
And I've had people like say it out loud to themselves. So I hope that the listener here is also practicing with themselves. Say, I have to go to the gym or I want to go to the gym. It's such a different energy and you can feel it in your body how it's a different energy. So, two other words that I also love are I choose to. I know our podcast is all about the
Mhm.
power of choosing, but I'm choosing to go to the gym or I must go to the gym. So those are the two words that are also really fantastic to use because it gives you power in saying those because then whatever it is that you're choosing, whatever it is that you must do, those are going to get accomplished because it's a different vibration rather than I should go to the gym.
Mm. Yeah, I love that. And if it's something that you are going to do, then why not change the language around it to make your experience a much better experience?
Yes. Yeah.
And I so I had this like negative thought about the gym. Then I went to the gym and it was great, it was fun. And since then I've not been back because there's still this leftover
Hmm.
like residual like, oh, well, I was achy. And that's what happens when you go to the gym. And well, it's just not as fun as squash. What if I can find someone to play squash? And or I can't go on my own. I have to go with my friend because then it's more fun. So there's still barriers that I'm noticing. And I felt differently when it was I want to go to the gym
Hmm.
because I want to be strong and I want that feeling and I want to look good. And it
Yeah.
changes things.
And that's where language matters. And that's why we're making this whole episode is because you're still feeling the after effects of the word that you didn't even acknowledge, not necessarily acknowledge, that's not really nice to say, but I heard it in, but I'm always listening for the shoulds
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's limiting for people. So like you use it not even knowingly, and then it
Mm-hmm.
carries forward energy wise within the body so that you feel, oh, I'm achy. I'm like all of the things that you said that you're still carrying forward versus like, I want to go to the gym.
Yeah, this is like an in-episode realization. Like I didn't know I said should. You called me out on it. I was a bit like, And then I'm like, oh yeah, that it I did say that, and there is still residual stuff.
Totally. And it is our words matter. And I have clients of mine that like I will not critique the words, but I'm like, there's better words to use to get the results that you want. So, like, you can keep using the same language that you're using, and you're going to get the same results that you're currently getting in your life. And if that's working for you, then that language is working for you. If that's not working with you, if you shift it to more empowering words, you're really going to start shifting. And you literally did nothing different other than change your language of like, I want to go to the gym.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's that simple. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's simple and it's hard in the way that we just do it without realizing. And
Yes.
this is the like the call to check your language
Hmm.
because language matters.
Yes. It's the first thing I go after with all of my
Mm.
clients is the should. I'm always listening for the should. I'm also listening for other words, but we can say that for another episode. But there is one client, I was like, you just say should so often. And I was like, I want you to do nothing else this week other than listening for the shoulds. And so I watched them start to catch themselves, and they
Mhm.
were able to be like, oh my goodness, I say it so often. And like, not only do I say it very often, I hear other people saying it as well. And so it is when we can start zoning in on that word as a starting place, it literally will start changing everything. And so that's why it's always the word I'm looking for because it makes sense to me. It makes sense that things aren't going the way they want because they should. And I jokingly call it you're shoulding all over yourself because it's funny, but you're shoulding all over yourself. And it's exactly that.
Hmm. Yeah. So are there any other words or phrases that you think that people need to watch out for?
The other one definitely that is my second go-to is trying is my other word that I always catch my this one I haven't done as much work on myself because I hear it more, but trying is very non-committal. So trying is just I'm gonna try to go to the gym. Okay, are you gonna actually go to the gym? Because you don't say I'm trying to pay my bills, or maybe you do, but like at the end of the day, do you either pay your bill or you don't pay your bills? You either go to the gym or you don't go to the gym. You're not trying anything. So it depends on the situation that you're using the word trying, but we've gotten into what I consider a lazy culture that we keep trying everything. And trying is just basically saying I'm not committing.
Mm. Yeah, I love that. And the word that came up to me was committing.
Yeah.
Like, it's about committing to your life,
Yes.
committing to who you want to show up as, what you want to do. And if you decide the gym isn't for you, then great. Don't try and go to the gym. Decide, actually, I don't want to. I'm going to do this, this, and this instead.
Hmm.
And the things you want to do, show up, commit, and then you'll just notice how you show up and commit in all the other aspects of your life that you like really want to.
Yes. I for the record, it's funny, not funny, I'm not quite sure which, but I've been paying for a gym membership for longer than I care to admit publicly. And I also know that I need to either commit or not commit. So I understand the power of language in the sense that I need to choose it and I need to commit. And I'm not choosing it and I'm not committed. And so what's cool about that, knowing that that's how it works, I don't feel bad that I'm paying for the gym membership that I'm not using because I've chosen to not go. And that is something that one can do is choose to not go rather than use guilt. So I never feel guilty about it. I don't use should language at all when it comes to the gym. I'm just like, no, I haven't committed yet. And so I'm clear. There's no guilt, there's no heaviness about how I pay this bill that I don't utilize and I'm comfortable because I chose to not be committed. So it can work in both ways.
Yeah. And and what I know about you is that you've chosen healthy eating, and
Mhm.
since you've done that, you're committed. And I'm seeing your
Yes.
post about the amazing food you're eating, and you're all in. And that's because of the way you've shown up and the language you're using around it.
Yes, because I did commit there. And so it's so the language is important. Going back to like the whole point of this episode is the
Mhm.
language we utilize is what we do to create. And so my first two go-to words of checking on people, are you saying should? Are you saying try? And if you can catch yourself saying it, change and shift your language to more empowered language. Instead of saying I'm trying, either commit or don't commit.
Mhm.
No judgment either way, just commit or don't commit.
Yeah, I love that.
This is my favorite topic. I love talking about the power of
Well, as
words.
soon as you said it, I was like, language matters. Yes.
It's
Um,
such a great, it's so good because you literally don't have to do much, but starting with your language is the first step to start shifting your life. And I think it's so powerful.
Yeah, and I think that you just like hit one of our nuggets is that we're not here to say you need to do a like 100-step plan for your life to change. We're here to say like really simple changes, like noticing your language, can make such a difference.
Yeah,
Um, and you can start today.
you can start today. You can start this hour. And so it's it's doable. It's something that you literally can start right this moment. And just be more intentional with the language. See what's going on in your body as you're speaking. If you start to feel like heaviness, what did you just say? Check back in with yourself. What did you just say? Because it's in there. is the heaviness.
Yeah, great. I think let's leave him to get on with it.
Yeah, this was a great episode. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to our podcast, The Power of Choosing.
All about words are important.